Hey everybody, working on the truck again. I got all the head stud holes chased with the thread tapper, and I got all the studs in on both sides. And turns out what was going on was that the head stud kit was a mispick from the factory, and 3 of these bolts, the guys at ARP accidentally put in a metric bolt that was almost the same size, and that's why the stuff didn't fit, and I was chasing threads trying to get it to fit and stuff. When I chased the threads and tried to put the bolts back in, they only went in, like half a thread because they were metric. And so I was like, something's not right with the universe here. So I got on the phone and I called ARP. When in doubt, call your manufacturer and figure out what's going on for sure. They're always more than willing to help, I've found. These guys are more than happy to get a customer set up right, to set you up right. So, I've had that experience with ARP, I've had that experience with Brodix, with the heads. Where's a head? Yeah, Brodix, there's a head. These are the stud girdles over here. I got a new set. And yeah, see, they had an old and new style lock. This stud girdle set is like over 20 years old, and this old style lock here seized, and I couldn't get it off. I actually had to get all the rust off and then twist this in order to unwind it from the cylinder head. But yeah, Brodix, like I was saying, ARP, Howard's cams, getting the right lifters, all these guys, excellent tech support, excellent tech support. Don't be afraid. Back in the day, 20 years ago, it'd be like, man, I gotta call long distance all the way to LA at so many, dollars a minute and stuff. But yeah, nowadays it's a lot easier. But anyway, so I used ARP thread sealer on all of these guys just to be safe, whether they were blind holes or not. Then I went through and wiped it all off again. Wiped off all the squeeze out. Yeah, you can see we had a rain here since then, but that used to be a pile of tissues with little bits of thread sealer on it. So yeah, it's all cleaned up. There's a little surface rust here, which I'll have to deal with before I can actually bottle up the heads, put the heads on permanently. But the next step now is I need to check my piston valve clearance. All this liquid you see in here, this is all WD-40, because I hosed down the whole gallery and I hosed down all the cylinders and the deck and everything before I wrapped it up. Keep it all nice and safe. So yeah, the next step is I'm gonna clean this deck and put the gasket on and clean that head surface and put the gauging clay. Where's the gauging clay? There's some gauging clay, and you put a gob of gauging clay maybe about that thick, like right in there, and then bottle up, put a couple bolts on, keep it in place. And this is like the last thing I did the other day after getting the heads on, is I found what I need in order to turn the motor. So yeah, see, it's turning. So yeah, put the heads on with the clay in there, crank it around one time and see what I got. Oh, I got to put in all the number 1 valve train. And yeah, crank it around, see what I got, take it all apart, measure the thickness of the clay. That'll tell me what my valve clearance is. And that's kind of the project for today. Wondering and waiting if they're going to ever deliver my new hotspot device from Straight Talk Wireless. And unfortunately, I think I wrote down the information for the order on an old Verizon bill, and then later I threw the old Verizon bill away thinking I didn't need it because I had Straight Talk now. So I might have actually lost the 800 number and the order number, so I might be seriously screwed here or something. But that's neither here nor there. I'm going to try to ramble less and streamline these videos a bit more. Let me get to it. Hey everybody, just an update here. It's later in the evening, as you can see, it's dark out. And I got Houston, we got a problem. If you look right here, we've gotten kind of chewed up. Right in this area here. And it's so close to the edge that this isn't going to seal. So, yeah, if you look at this ring right here, yeah, see, right here, that's the head gasket leak. So, it looks like I'm going to have to replace this cylinder head. So here's the deal. I've already called Brodix out in Mesa, Arizona, I believe it is. And the cylinder head is still being made. But this particular one that I've got is 27 years old. I'm the original owner. And needless to say, the current casting is not precisely the same as this casting from 27 years ago. And so it's not a one-for-one exchange, and I'd have to buy a pair. I couldn't just buy just one. And the bad news is $3,000, which is, it's in line with, I was paying $1,300 a head. 20, whatever I said. What is this, 27 years old or something like that? Yeah. So yeah, back then it was $2,600 a pair, and it's $3,000 a pair now. So it's really quite reasonable price-wise. But 13 weeks lead time. You know, it's like I place the order, then they go mine the aluminum to cast one for me, kind of a thing. So if I'm going to be dropping $3,000, and see, I just got my new valve in it and everything. If I'm going to be dropping $3,000, then I should shop around and figure out, you know, if I can get something as good for the same price, or less expensive, I mean. Something as good for less expensive, or something better for the same price. Or, you know, in 27 years the technology's come along some, I'm sure. At the time that I bought this was absolute state of the art for huge by wide and a small block head for maximum flow at maximum RPM kind of a thing. So yeah, it's a CFM monster. This was the best flowing out of the box head on the planet at the time, and so that's kind of what I'm looking for again with really big valves, because that's what everything else on this thing is designed for. So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna start shopping. So yeah, basically I'm looking for something with like I forget what something that at least matches these specs. It's got like a 208 intake and a 2 something. I don't remember what the intake runner size or what the CFM numbers are on it, but they're big. They're definitely big. So, and then also seat spring pressure, because I'm going to be looking for a ready to go assembled head that flows great out of the box without any porting or anything. So, because yeah, I'm not building a race car here. It's just a grocery getter. So I'm not chasing tenths and hundreds. So I don't need porting and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, delay of game and setback. But at least I got the internet running, so I can go shopping. So until I find a set of heads, everybody have a good one.